What is up, everybody? RippingLotus here, and today I am bringing you a breakdown video of Bandai Namco's live stream yesterday of their Chuunin Exams that they hosted. They had a set number of teams come out and compete. They did a lot of the fights off stream, and we got to see from the semifinals and up. The semifinals were run round, and the finals were the best of three. Now, for the finals, it was some really nice games that it came down to. It came down to Team Afro Senju versus Team Bandai. It was very nice, but we did get some confirmation and some little reveals on some weapon types and different things like that. But we are just 2 weeks away from the release of this game. It comes out on August 31st. If you haven't pre-ordered your copy of the game, do it now. Do not wait. Go ahead and reserve it because this game is going to be completely dope. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right into the video, guys. Now, you can see from the first screenshot, there are two things to take from this, but I'm going to focus more on the first thing that I really want to talk about, which is why I'm putting it first, and that is the confirmation of Jutsu we are able to obtain outside of mentors and starting ninjutsu. Now, we've only gotten one hint of this, and that is from this first screenshot where we see Barack Obama's CAC that he used during these exams, and we see that he has Amaterasu. Now, this is the only version of Amaterasu that we have seen confirmed for the game so far, because Itachi has Amaterasu and the Phoenix Flower Jutsu with Shurikens with him. Sasuke has Chidori and Fireball Jutsu, but as you can see, Rhyme Style on his CAC, he has some version of Inferno Style Flame Control, which is basically manipulated Amaterasu on his CAC loadout, and no other character that we have revealed so far has granted this jutsu to us, nor is it listed in the starting ninjutsu for the game, which means that this jutsu is able to be obtained from some other source, whether it be through a marketplace or through the PvE side of the game. Now, if you remember from the Gamescom trailer, we did see the ninja taking on Sasuke in his Susanoo form, so this very well be a ninjutsu that we obtained from him, similar to how Xenoverse had skills, clothing, and Z-Souls exclusive to that parallel quest, in which you can only obtain these moves from there. This may be a similar system where we go into these missions, there are clothes and jutsu locked behind these PvE missions, which will bring people into playing PvE side more often. So that is a plus. I'm really happy to see this being a thing within the game, but we're going to keep it moving right into the next thing that I want to tell you guys, and that is the variety of weapons that we have confirmed for this game. Now, going back to the first screenshot that I showed of Barack Obama's CAC character, we see his character wielding Sasuke's Kusanagi in the reverse grip fighting style with a kunai in his left hand that's down on the ground. Now, we get a better look at this a little further in, and I believe the kunai is only there for the range type strong attack, in which they throw a series of kunais, which kind of helps with the range type fighting style of keeping their distance, and the sword is there for Sasuke's actual fighting style. Now, moving on to the next item, we see a pair of boxing gloves from this CAC here in the purple Akatsuki robes. Now, later in the video, I see this CAC kind of doing some foot combos as well, but these are indeed some boxing gloves. You can see here from this freeze shot of a close-up on his glove, and that is indeed a boxing glove. So if you want to be out there throwing hands, I guess you can pick these up for yourself. Now, going into the next bit of weapons we see the Nui Body, which is the needle blade from the 7 Ninja Swordsmen of the Hidden Mist. This weapon is used to sew opponents together and take them out all at once. Now, from a photo taken during the earlier rounds, we also see the Shibuki, which is the explosion blade, mixing swordplay with explosions. And with this blade added, that leaves two that we have not seen confirmed for the game, and that is the Hida Makeri that is used by Chojuro in Yagura, and well, Kagura, not Yagura. Kagura is the grandson, and the Kabuto Wari, which is the sword breaker, well, the defense breaker. It breaks basically through any defense there is. It is a hammer in one hand with an axe-like weapon in the other hand, and those are the only two weapons we are missing from the 7 swords. So I would say if we have the Shibuki and the Needle Blade confirmed for the game, it's pretty safe to say that those two are going to make it into the base game as well. But we're going to keep this breakdown video going, and now in the next shot we see Bardako Bama slapping 2 tags onto the ground. Now later in the video we see that these are indeed paralysis tags, and we remember that his CAC is the range type, so these are indeed confirmed for the range type class, and we do not know if will these be available for the other 3 classes, but these are indeed paralysis tags in which they step on them and they get stunned for a slight second. So these are a bit of ways of holding opponents in place for your team or for yourself to land those far off snipes to assist your team in situations or whatnot, or to help defend points. So there's that, and we're going to keep it moving. And in this next shot, as you can see, something that I really didn't expect to make it as a weapon type in the game, we see Afro Senju using Kagura's, no, I keep getting them mixed up, Yagura's staff that was on his back that he used as a weapon. It's kind of like a staff and a hook weapon mixed into one, and it's just a nice addition to the game. I really didn't expect it. And as you can see here, the attack type CAC using claws, chakra claws that was used by Sora in the filler arc, and as you can see him running with them and stopping, and you can get a nice little look at them. So pick these up, be a Wolverine ninja. And as you can see here, it appears we are able to customize the color of our weapons as well, because as you know, Samehada is a navy blue to blackish type of weapon, and in this shot here, Samehada is like a goldish yellow, and I like the little detail to where you can see the teeth of Samehada as well. I thought that was a nice little addition to it, but it's kind of dope to see that we can also change the color of some of the weapons, I would presume, not all in the game, so that's pretty nice. And as you can see in the next shot, we see a nice look at the lariat, which is one of the default starting ninjutsu for the attack type characters, in which you lunge forward and you clothesline your opponent, knocking them a nice distance away. So that's our first little look at the lariat, and a better look at the little chakra claws there as well. And we get to look at the next bit of 7 ninja swords that we have for the game as well. As I mentioned before, we have 5 out of 7 confirmed for the game, and in this quick little snippet we get to see the Kiba Fangs, the dual swords, confirmed for the game as well. A nice little addition that I'm probably going to be running on my CAC myself. And as for this next clip, we see the attack type CAC using Asuma's knuckle knives, and that is indeed Asuma's fighting style as well. If you look closely, you can see the knives on his fingers there in the little gray outline, signifying that there is a weapon there indeed. And I cannot wait to use this on my custom CAC character. And in this next shot, we get to see a new NPC in the town, one that we did not see in the betas at all, and that is Killer B. Sadly, I don't believe that he's going to make it into the base roster for the game, but there is always room for potential DLC in which he'll be included. Now, the last bit of things that I wanted to talk about is included here, in which you see when the match goes into overtime in the base battle game mode, in contrast to what we experienced in the previous beta for the game, that you now gain 4 minutes and 10 seconds. You get additional time to try to make your comeback. Now, as you can see from this screenshot, as soon as they got the slightest bit of lead, they immediately caught the victory. So that you have 4 minutes and some time to try to get that comeback. So that is quite a lump sum of time for a comeback to be made. So if it's a close game, you have that long to try to stop them or to make that comeback. And in this last shot, I just wanted to show off the power of Sasuke's Susanoo in the shots, and that is a defense type CAC that Rhyme Style hit with those Susanoo arrows, and they did quite a chunk of damage. So I would like to imagine that one arrow from this shot, well, one arrow from this Susanoo can one-shot anyone else. So that is pretty much going to be it for the video today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers content and future anime content coming to the channel as well. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.